Hi, my name is Binyan, and now I'm currently at the Fresh Meadow Corona Park. Though it is not the main part, because the park is connected with a zoo, so now I'm kind of like at the entrance of the park. So recently I really like to when I wake up, I will go out to take a walk to the Fresh Meadow Corona Park, which is about 40 minutes away from my apartment. So yeah, today I'm very happy because I finished the park, even though I feel very hot now. But yeah, I'm very happy. So today I want to say, actually I talked these topics several days ago, but today I really want to talk more about it, and I have deep understanding of this topic. So I want to say that so we shouldn't put ourselves always in the circle of waiting. I know a lot of people, they are always waiting the perfect timing. For example, for me, I'm waiting for my H1B approval. I'm waiting for my green card approval, right? I will think, oh, if I have my H1B, I can have a richer life because I don't need to pay for the tuition. I can live a more free life. I can go out to connect with more people and make more friends. And for example, if I get thinner, if I lose more weight, I will be much happier. I will go on a date to make find a boyfriend, things like that. But the question is, if we always in the circle of waiting, we just get rotted. We just stay at our apartment and watch for Netflix and doing nothing. So how would you think if we do this way, good things will happen to us, right? For example, if you want a boyfriend, you just stay at your apartment all day long. So do you think there will be a guy who break your door and enter in and say, oh, I will be your boyfriend? Is that ridiculous? Oh, maybe in this way they are not the he's not your boyfriend, he's the criminal, right? So we have to create something by ourselves and not waiting for things to happen. Yeah, even though we are in the waiting period, and I totally understand that because I'm in that period too. I'm always in the period of waiting. I think if I can get this, get that, I will be much happier. I can perform much better. But the moment that we are in now is the perfect moment, right? At least it is the youngest period of our everyone, right? And it is the only moment that we have control to. So we couldn't control the past or the future, right? So the only moment that we can control is the current moment we are in. So if we don't control the only thing we can control, how can us control the future, right? Because the past cannot be changed; it's already past. So what we can change is only the now. And if we change the now, it is very possible that we can change the future, right? So I hope this can be a reminder to you guys and me at the same time, because I totally know that like in the past 2 years, I've always procrastinated things all day long. I feel, if I have a stable status in the US, I can make huge achievements. But since I have such a mindset, I just did nothing. So that's why now I don't have I don't have some these grand achievements. So another thing is that most important thing for us is to take action. Once we take small actions, we will have the momentum. For example, like this morning, when I lied down on my bed, I said to myself, oh, I don't want to wake up and take such a long walk to the park. Yeah, because the public transit is not so good here. So if I begin to work, I have to work for nearly 2 hours to back and forth from my apartment to the park. I don't want to do that. It's so lazy. I'm so lazy, so tired. But when I put on my gym clothes, like I am wearing now, and I walk downstairs, I suddenly had that mood to just work. I put on my AirPod. I talked with the ChatGPT to practice my spoken English, because to practice my spoken English is one big part of my current life, and I feel good, and I actually feel very good. And the things that before happiness is the same kind of thing. In the past 2 years, I've always isolated myself. I said to myself, I'm not a socialized person. I don't want to go out. I get very comfortable to stay myself, because I don't need to socialize with others. I don't need to make efforts to connect with other people. So I can do whatever I want to, and it is very relaxing and easy, right? But recently I more and more began to realize that people need people. Every people is not an isolated island. We need other people to inspire us, to make connections, to make us feel we belong. We belong. We are not an isolated person, right? So I registered for a meetup event, and it was a English speaking club. So yeah, things was very magic. When I began to register for the first meetup event, and practice my English with others, my confidence suddenly comes to me. I suddenly have confidence, and then I sign up for another event. The third event, I feel to sign up for meetup event becomes my new normal, and I'm very, very, very happy about that. And so this kind of this is like the butterfly effect. Do you know that effect? Is basic means like a small butterfly that flaps its wings. It can encourage to a series of other big influence to the whole world. And so since I signed up for the event, I made new friends. I feel not that lonely, and I feel the sense of belonging. I began to be more and more confident. And and recently I read a book written by Rachel Hollis, and the word really hit me very hard. Actually it is just 5 words. If not now, then when? Yeah, it is not now, then when? We've always waiting for something to happen, but if we don't do it, don't do something to make it happen, then when will we take action to make it happen? If we don't take action to make it happen now, when is the perfect timing for us to create something? And before I think, maybe like when we are in the school, like primary school or middle school, we think, oh, it is great to become an adult, and if we go to the college, things will become very good, that we can do whatever we want. But in reality, when we really go to the college and become a university student, we begin to figure out that new challenges comes to us, and these new challenges are even more difficult than what we met in primary school or middle school, right? And when we are when we were college students, we think, oh, if we finish our education and find a job, we'll become financial freedom. We have financial freedom, and we can do whatever we want, and things will be better. And that is the perfect timing. But in reality, when we really finish our education, we begin to find out that it is hard to find a job, right? And even if we find a job, there is no guarantee that we can achieve the financial freedom. Even if we achieve the financial freedom, we find out that no, it's not means we are happy, because we began to think about other things like the relationship, marriage, and this one is, because for marriage and a relation, it involves two people. And it's very hard to control, right? Because it's never possible to control other person. The only one we can control is ourselves. So let's go back to the main topic, okay? And so this reminds me that we shouldn't always wait for the perfect timing. We should do something now and make the momentum to happen. When we have one small momentum, and when we have a small momentum, it's easier for us to put more effort to do that, and it's become easier. So because the things become easier, we'll put even more effort, so the momentum adds up. So we become easier and easier to do the best thing, and since it's possible that the thing become easier and easier for us, and we can do things more and more successfully, right? So this is the logic. And I really hope you guys can know this logic and can really, the first thing is do not wait for the perfect timing. The perfect timing is now, and then the second one is just take some action. A small action will give you momentum and will make things easier, and the momentum will add up. So just do something and make a momentum and do things successfully. The perfect timing is now. Thank you.